Local Control Accountability Committee, our discussion item.
Yes,
Parent involvement.
one of the things that we've decided that we're required to do, some districts are using their existing committees to serve as the parent review for the Local Control Accountability Plan. As we've read the law and we've looked at our existing committees, we feel like we need to develop another committee. So what we're recommending tonight is the board have a discussion around how would we form that committee and who ought to be the membership. And what I've done is I've put together at least some discussion points about who should be on the committee and about how we go through the process. What I'd like to do is to come back January 29th and then bring a specific recommendation for this committee so we can begin to staff it. What I'd like to do is just to put in front of the board the timeline that we're working under now in terms of the whole development process. We start with some community meetings to help our community really understand and get some feedback from our community around what's in the strategic plan and the Local Control Accountability Plan. Tonight, we're asking you to review the committee proposal and then approve it on the 29th. And then we come back at 2 meetings asking the board to approve the specific members, and then looking at a study session on all this at the end of February, and then coming back with the committee in March and April, recognizing that we also need to go to the academic subcommittee, the multilingual district advisory committee, and then have a public hearing that's separate from our budget hearing process, and then finally ask the board to approve this at the same time you approve the budget on June 25th.
Hey, Dr. Harder, the February 26th meeting, is that also, besides the study session, and will there be action items that we can take that night if we so choose?
If that's the board's pleasure, I think we'll probably will need to have action items that night.
Okay, good. Is there any public comment?
There are 2 people for public comment.
Oh, good. I'm glad we have some 3 minutes each.
Okay, so we have Diane Brown and Yuritsi Gomez.
Come on up. 3 minutes each.
Okay, so in the LCFF and the strategic plan, there are 2 areas that I just want to address, and it's from the document called Moving Forward with Strategic Plan and Local Control Accountability Plan. So there's 2 areas that I would like to speak to. So the first area is the student achievement. So, and what I wanted to talk about briefly is that in the plan it talks about performance on standardized tests, and I'm concerned that we need to revise this because the standardized tests are from NCLB. So we no longer have the NCLB right now. And the state testing has been suspended. So what I would like to see is under that section of student achievement is the Smarter Balance Assessment Consortium, because it brings it up to date in terms of testing. The second part is scoring on the Academic Performance Index. Through the assessments, though, we're looking at multiple measures, and so we need to make sure that we're not using the old process for measuring student achievement. Also, under the implementation of CCS, that's the Common Core State Standard, we all know that we're shifting and transitioning into the Common Core. So what we need to do is to make sure that teachers have the opportunity to design curriculum and lessons because the current textbooks are not aligned to the Common Core state standards. So teachers need time to design lessons. Also, CTA has created resources to assist teachers in the transition, and so the K-12 spiral progression is important for teachers to have access to in designing these lessons. Also, the last thing I want to talk about, well, just mention to you, is that UTR will submit a name of a UTR teacher parent to serve on the district LCAP parent committee. Thank you.
Speaker, please.
Hello, good evening. My name is Yuritsi Gomez. I'm a community organizer with Cisco, Contra Costa Interfaith Supporting Community Organizations. It's a mouthful. So I'm here to talk, it's more of clarifying questions rather than comment because we have a couple of extraordinary parents that I believe would be very beneficial to have on the Parent Advisory Committee. So first question is, I know you had a list of some of the organizations that you were asking to submit a name of current West Contra Costa Unified parent or legal guardian to serve on the committees, and I'm just wondering what the process looks like for our organizations to be part of that list, and also if we have more than one parent that is interested in being part of that committee, what does the process look like then? Can they submit their own can they nominate themselves, or what does the process look like? And also just wondering, will the committee consist only of parents? Because I believe in other districts there's a wider a more diverse group of people that are handling those decisions. So just wanted to bring that up to you as well. And then also how, other than these organizations that are nominating parents, how, other than that, is there going to be, or how are you outreaching to parents to let them know that there's this advisory committee, just so they can be informed and know who they can take their concerns to, and because I'm sure it's much more viable or easier for them to take their concerns to a parent versus someone a little higher ranking. So those are some of my questions, so hopefully we can get those answered. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Definitely, they'll have somebody get back in contact with you on the issue. Any board comments? I don't have, I'm just excited. It's a discussion item. We have something in Hercules. What's the January 15th, right? When's that?
We start out at El Cerrito High School. And
right, El Cerrito on the 15th. What time?
It starts at 6:30. So we have 6 of these community meetings set up. That's the way in which we're going to reach out to our parents, and we've been active in terms of informing our community about that. It's up on our website. We'll have a release out this week to all of our partners, as well as all the news organizations.
And I'm glad Marin's still here, because when you have that many volunteers, that's just a fertile opportunity to look at those individuals as being part of this process, because they're already saying, hey, we want to do something above and beyond the call of duty. So realize